Yo, yo.
Hey
Hey,
everyone.
hey.
How we doing?
Welcome. Happy drop day.
Yeah, thanks a million.
Thanks for coming. We're so happy to have you. Hello, JC Denton, and hello, Nico Shimoto. Welcome, everyone. So today, we are really pleased to have Mason and Paul, aka 310K, joining us to talk about their drop on Record Shop. For those of you who don't know myself, my name is Redbird. I also go by Lisa, and I am here from the community team at Record Shop. I'll pass it over to Nick, and then why don't we hop over and do Mason and then Paul.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Nick right here at Record Shop and Disco Fries, and I'm jealous of Paul having a nice beverage right now. He's celebrating the right way. It is drop day. Oh, both of you guys are.
Cheers, guys.
It's late.
Yeah. I've got water, so cheers. Cheers.
Well, it is easy.
Yeah, we're in Amsterdam. Huh?
Yeah, where anything's possible and anything goes at any time of the day. I get it. I know how you guys rolled over there. So congrats, number one. Big day for you guys, and you're OGs on the platform. So how does this feel? How have things changed for you guys over the course of your journey with Record Shop? Actually, before we even get into that, anybody who's watching who isn't familiar with what you've done in the past prior to Record Shop, why don't we talk through that a little bit first? So why don't you explain your journey up to this point, and then we'll talk all things Record Shop.
Me? Well, I've been a dance artist for about 25 years. I started DJing in 1995, just locally, and in the 90s it started to become international. And I started to release my first music somewhere around the millennium. And that just led from one thing to the other. I was already touring quite a bit. I was Tiesto's support act in the early 2000s and all those things. I was doing his world tour. Then in 2006, I had quite a big record with Exceeder. And from that moment on, just life kind of changed pretty drastically. And from that point on, I was just touring internationally with non-stop. And release a lot of music. So I live in Amsterdam. Got a bunch of kids. I run a record label called Animal Language, and I released all sorts of house music ever since. Quite varied. I kind of like it left to center, a bit indie dance music. I like the area between dance and pop music. So that's been me.
Okay. Awesome. And Paul, you're up.
I'm Paul, part of a two-man design company in Amsterdam called 310K. We've worked with Ice and Mason for 15 years or more, maybe. I'm not sure now. It's hard to keep track. We've been making critters for a long, long time, and now it's nice to see them able to come into another realm, somewhere new, and super happy to be on the Record Shop platform. And the Genesis drop when that first came out, it went down very well. Everyone was enthusiastic about the critters and everything that came along with them. So super happy to see our second pack now.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was one of those people who was super excited in the initial few drops when the critters were being dropped. I think I have like 4 knits. I've got quite a few of them, but I never finished my full collection. But I'm ready for it, especially with some of the really cool stuff you got planned.
Yeah.
Well, it also started out with just one logo, really. I mean, I started a record label called Animal Language about 12 years ago or 13 years ago, something like that. And Paul here made a logo, which was just one critter. It was just one animal that we kind of placed everywhere as a sort of stamp. And every release, we created new animals. So one animal led to a whole family of animals, and then we started to make videos for them. Then it became all sorts of animations for my DJ sets, visuals. So it led to all sorts of different ways, but different sort of things. But NFTs was very logical next step for us, we felt, because they're so suited for it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like dead on the money with a look as if you made them to be NFTs. So you guys were so far ahead of the time that kudos to you. I get to use my audience button now. Kudos to you that you developed a timeless piece of art with those critters. So could you talk us through any stories that are tied to them, or maybe any plans that you have for them in the future?
Well, we've made all sorts of music videos with it. They've been everywhere throughout my career, intertwined. Really, I think it's been sort of a trademark thing for Mason and Animal Language, and also for other artists that we release on Animal Language. What haven't we done? We've done it all, from shirts and clothing to videos, backshot artworks, banners, the whole thing, all sorts of animations. And NFTs felt like the right thing to do with this. It was so suited for it. Also, when we told our friends, like, we're gonna make this into NFTs, everybody was like, duh, obviously, like, this is kind of so suited for it. Kind of course you're doing that.
Yeah, that's super smart. So anybody who's just dialing in, who's been living under a rock, the drop is now live, I think. Is that correct, Lisa?
It is live.
All right.
Yeah.
So the drop is live on Record Shop, app.recordshop.com. Jump over there, grab the Mason pack, jump in the marketplace after you get the pack, and try to get some of the Genesis. That was part of the Genesis collection, right? So you had just a bunch of cards that were part of that, right? You haven't had a dedicated... Have you had a dedicated drop prior to this?
No,
this is
the first one was
first
part of the Genesis, mixed in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that
I
was
remember-
really nice being part of the Genesis as well. I mean, because then you're mixed in with so many other nice things. Yeah, I think that was a great start to the site. It was a wonderful exposure for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, for sure. For me personally, that was sort of my. So you two don't know, but most of our folks who have tuned in already know. I started as Record Shop as a player, I was really into the packs, the Genesis packs. I bought a ton of them. That's where I got all my original critters from. And as I got really excited about what Record Shop was going to be doing, I eventually reached out to Obi and said, hey, I really want to work for you. So that's kind of how I ended up here instead of on the other side where just a collector. So I think the critters were one of the first, like, okay, well, first of all, like, WTF is this? These cute little things with these funny names. And then, getting to learn more. Like, I would not have really known about you, Mason, prior to that. Electronic music wasn't really where I came from a musical upbringing. So it was really good learning for me and, like, such a great introduction. So I really appreciate that you were in that drop. And I also want to shout out to everyone who's here live watching with us. If you do have any questions for Mason and Paul, who are the creative minds behind the critters, ask your questions. Now is your chance to get a live answer. Why don't we hop over to, I'll share my screen. I did bring up my original collection. See
Nice.
some of the ones I have here. This is just mine's pretty modest because I only have 8 of the collectibles, and I have some of the glitch.
Yeah, that's.
Did you know that some of the cards did this, like, weird glitchy thing? And then it became super, I even have yours, Mason, that is glitched. And then it became super revered that, like, everybody wants one of these glitch cards because they literally, something went wrong when they were being
I hadn't
created.
heard about this. That's awesome.
Yeah, like,
It was
there's-
literally from the first Genesis drop, yeah?
Yes, from the very first drop, and they're glitched everywhere they go. They look so silly, but they're like. I remember I was trading with someone once, and I was like, "Oh, I have, like, a non-glitch and a glitch," and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, I have another glitch we can trade." So we traded glitches. So those are really fun. They have a nice, funny backstory at Record Shop. So I need to still do some collecting, and we'll talk about why that's important. Oh yeah, Wushak.
Yeah, Wushak.
One of
That's
our
right.
community members, who is now, like, actually fairly well known across the NFT community. His name is the Glitch Father. It's also on the back of one of the OGAF cards. Yep, love it. All right, let's check out the drop. I gotta add to my collection, so I'm gonna buy right now. Get a couple in here. So how was it creating a fully Animal Language drop? Because like we were saying last time, it was part of the Genesis drop. How is this different? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, this one was a bit tougher, I think, because the first one, it was kind of a new adventure, and we didn't know what else was coming, and no one else did. So it was all a little bit, okay, let's see where we can go with these. And the second one was a bit more, obviously had a bit more hindsight, and we've seen what's happening with the platform. Still with the same original base, obviously, we like the characters, and each one has its own unique little loop of music from Mason. So yeah, this one was a bit tougher, and we wanted to also make connections from the first set of the herd with this one, the part 2, and that's where some of the challenges will come in later.
I was going to ask how many of the challenges can we talk about today? Lisa, have we revealed all of them, or?
Yes, they are all revealed. I'm just going to double check that that's true.
So can we run through some of that stuff?
Yeah. Should I open pack first to talk about challenges?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I don't know.
You know,
whatever the guys want to do. Whatever the guys want to do.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to chat about those. Yeah, we just wanted to go all out, you know. I think in the whole NFT world, you know, outside of Record Shop, you guys do a lot of quality control, but there's so much, you know, it's very simple NFTs out there that are just, you know, there's already so much digital content on the internet. So we said, well, let's go the other way, right? So something that's really unique and special and really limited. Yeah, there's been so much love and effort into this. Also the poll, but I made by now like 25 different music bits that are unreleased for these herd cards. Made all sorts of animations. We made all biographies. There's all these family cards. There's pre-critters. There's golden critter we can talk about later. So yeah, we just thought, well, if we're gonna do it, let's do it, you know, all out and try to push the boundaries a little bit. What's possible with.
Wait, can you go back real quick? You said how many music videos were exclusive for this?
Well, there are like 20-something new music bits, new bits of music that I never released, that are throughout the critters.
Wow.
You know? I mean, not all. A few are full tracks. Some are just loops and ideas. But it's yeah, you know, just like you buy a limited vinyl. I think we wanted to go somewhere like that, but then on a digital, in a digital way.
That's tremendous. And so sonically, I'd be curious to dive into the music. And then, Lisa, I know you're itching to open that pack, so we're going to let you do it. But as far as the music goes, did you do anything maybe that you wouldn't normally do in a traditional release? Or did you explore sounds that you wouldn't normally do? Or, like, how did some of this music come together specifically for this pack?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a bit of having my own little island in the musical landscape, but not doing just one thing and staying in one lane. I kind of find that more interesting. So for this, you know, it didn't need to have to be played on radio or be played in the club. So it could be anything really. I mean, it's still Mason stuff and it's still danceable and electronic and all that. But I felt like there are no boundaries with the music it could do. And I kind of have the opposite from a writer's block anyway. You know, so I kind of always make a lot of music anyway, so this was really kind of, for me, came kind of natural to just say, okay, let's make 10 more and a few extras bits here and there, and yeah.
That's what I love so much about the music NFT space, because I feel like artists like yourself thrive, artists that can make various genres of music do really well in music NFTs, because they're able to explore those other areas a little more comfortably than they might traditionally do. Because there is some kind of innate pressure when you're doing a traditional release on Spotify or Apple or the radio. You want to follow the one before it or be kind of consistent with the sound. Whereas this space, you want to do what you want to do, and the fans love that too, and they're really receptive to that.
Yeah, you don't have the sort of Spotify rules like it needs to go to a chorus within 30 seconds, or you don't have the Beatport or DJ Tool kind of rules where things have to have intros and outros. You know, you can throw all that stuff overboard and just make music that's nice. You know, kind of like album tracks.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a good comparison. All right, Lisa, it's your time to shine.
Let's
right,
see this back.
let's open some packs. Let's do it. All right, so this is the first one I got out of 2. Excited to see. I also absolutely love this little the pack design that you have with the critter with the cigarette.
Oh,
Biz
nice.
Boz Bing. Nice. What can you tell us about Biz Boz?
He's a clumsy bugger. Look at him.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that video quick. Oh, my audio's right. Oh, I need to resync my audio a little bit there. Wicked.
Awesome. These
Love
things
it.
look amazing.
Yeah, they look so fun. So, Paul, what's how do you and Mason work together to create the critters? Can you talk us through that process? Like, for example, with Roger here.
Little Roger, yeah, he's had a bit of a bad day. He's seen better times. Yeah. Generally, we've been working on these critters for so many years that Mason comes with the album title or rough idea behind the track, and then we start making critters to go with it. And a lot of the time, then we start animating them afterwards to make short loops for socials and things in the past. So now it's nice dedicating it for a special purpose and telling a small story with each one. So here you see with our little mate Roger how he started the day a bit better off, and then someone else from maybe this crew or another crew has come in and done him some damage.
Well,
Rebecca in the comments just said all of the critters have some type of injury.
yeah, I noticed that too. I mean, maybe it's
Yeah.
just Lisa's pack that she got all the injured.
No, we got a little bit more adult in part 2. The first season was a little restrained. Now we let them go a little bit further.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of an adult, disturbing version of Disney, isn't it?
I like that.
Coin
And then-
upgrader.
Yeah, we have the coin upgrader. So with this pack drop, we are also introducing a brand new card type, which is a character. So all of the Mason critters are now character types where they used to be artifacts. So the nice part of that character upgrader and what that's going to do for those of us like me who own some of the old critters is that I can now upgrade the coins because these new critters are all 5 coins and my old critters I think are only 2 coins. So I can use that coin upgrader in the mixer so I can get those old critters up to 5 coins.
I have a little question about the upgrader, because I saw today on the Discord. I was chatting with some people, and they have some old glitch ones like you do, and they were worried that if they hit the upgrader on a glitch one, it's going to de-glitch it. Do you know if it does de-glitch it, or does it keep
will
de-glitch?
Absolutely unglitch it. So
okay.
that is a choice I have to make because you saw how many glitches I have. So yes,
Yeah, the glitch
very
father won't be-
wary. The glitch father will be no longer the glitch
On
father.
the other side, if you're going to keep them, you don't really need to upgrade the coin.
Yeah, exactly. That's my plan. Like I just won't upgrade them. And that's fine by me. All right, let's see who I get in pack number 2. I'm going to do some pack giveaways later on in this stream. So if you are here with us today, I'll pop a link into the chat in just a moment after I open these next 2 cards. Then y'all can enter in for our giveaway. And of course, OGAF, as always, you get 2 entries. Paul, what beer do you got there?
It's from a local brewery in Amsterdam, Frequence Brewery.
Ooh.
I just have Belgian beer.
We did the design work for the bottle for a record label in Amsterdam called Berserk. But yeah, the beer is quite tasty.
So since
Thanks.
you did the design for them, do you get free beer? Like, do they
That's
give
the
you a
first
lifetime
thing I thought.
lifetime supply?
We have quite a few beers here, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, more meth. Oh yeah, that's who's on the pack design.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a few
Cute.
habits.
Yeah, let's read through them.
Let's hear. Okay, gotta. Ooh, okay. I see. We'll talk about one of the challenges coming up in a moment and the mixes that are available, because we made one of the. There's 6 recipes for the family critters, and we only gave you one actual recipe, so you had to figure out the other ones. Ooh, okay,
David
how do I-
Roussel on Twitch wants to know what is Mormon smoking.
Yeah, the clue's in the name, eh?
Well done.
eat. And okay, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this one. Can you? How do I say this one?
I don't know. I think you need to be Italian.
I'm Italian, but it still escapes me, and I didn't know there were any words with Z's in them in Italy.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe there's a language expert out there who can give us a hand, because
None of us know.
either.
Okay, and
I'll go
this
for Beemere, Virginia.
one more time.
I'll go for Beemere and Zinnia.
That's good.
Zinnia. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess you got final say.
Yeah, Mason made that really easy.
Yeah.
And because we were just talking about Mormith and his activities, I noticed this critter has a little activity on down on the ground there too.
Yeah, he has a little sack of happy friends.
Little sack of happy friends.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes, can't you?
They look a little wide-eyed there.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's
All right.
not
Awesome.
the kind of eyes you hide for your parents when you come home late.
Excellent. So all of these critters are part of the Herd Part 2 set. So you can come check out what you're missing just by clicking the set page there. I got some collecting to do, but
So I already drive our dev team insane with requests, but I really want an HD image download function on collectibles, because these would make super dope prints, like on canvas or artwork for your living room. I think Lisa needs those.
I feel like does this the download button does the first page. I wonder if it would do a cover page. Yeah, that works. There's a download button.
They added a download button. Now is it
That's
high
been there for a
resolution?
while. It's a
Is it
PNG.
high resolution or what?
It's not. I don't know how high. That I'm not 100% sure.
I want the source file from Paul. That's gonna be a reward someday.
Nice. Recognize.
Yeah, no, they're so cool. All right, I want to talk about some of the challenges that we have. So we've got 2 challenges along with this drop. The first one we'll talk about is the All in the Family, the one I was just referring to. So Mason and Paul, you've created families now, so it's not just one critter on their own, and we can mix up the families by mixing the 2 critters or more critters that are in those families together. So we've only given you one recipe, which is the Doble Bloke family. I'm gonna just throw out how to pronounce that there. And you need knit and you need wit. So you put knit and wit in the mixer. You get the Doble Bloke family. There's 5 other families, so 6 families in total. I've put the names of the families here for you, but not the recipes. So y'all gotta figure that out. One thing I love about our community is that we love to learn things and to share information. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that some of our friends like Last Raven will kind of keep track of those recipes once we know how to make them.
Yeah, I think that last Raven, he's on it for sure.
Yeah.
He's ready with that list.
Yeah.
Phileas in the comments said, being a Brit, these make way more sense to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Also, shout out to Urban Owl in the chat.
Yeah, shout out. Just became OGAF today.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Yeah, like
Give
a few hours
give
ago.
him one.
Yeah,
Give him one of those.
Urban Owl.
Well done.
And then we've got Mr. Bada Bing, who is the big boss. So what does that mean? How can a critter be a big boss? I gotta know.
Bada Bing, he is the big boss. He's bigger than everyone, and he's a shapeshifter kind of badass. He's been sucking up all the other critters for a long time, and when you see him, you'll see he's made up of several other critters over
Gross.
generations.
Yeah, I put a little sample shot there, but that is gross. And now I'm okay. Is that the slice that we just watched on Roger?
Yeah, over time he's munched a few, so yeah, he might have been taking a few body parts to keep going.
Gross. Love it. This challenge is
He also comes with a special track as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a full track of mine. So that's from full long unreleased track.
Mason, did you collab with any artists in particular on any of the tracks, or were they all solo?
No, it's all solo.
Wow, God bless you.
Yeah.
That is a ton of work.
That's a lot of work.
Well, nothing compared to the animations and all the work Paul did on his end. But yeah, it's been a lot of work. But I think it's fun, and it's kind of, we love to be part of this new community and to be a bit on the frontier of what's happening here in the video world. So it's been super exciting so far.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, but it's worth it.
That's awesome.
The next challenge I want to talk about today is the Big Boss Challenge with Bada Bing. So you could earn this collectible by completing your sets, the Mason Genesis and the Herd Part 2. I think I saw already some people in Discord saying that they had finished Herd Part 2, which is like,
Jeez,
it had been like
Great.
10 minutes since the drop started.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, who is that? DJ Lost My Life Savings. I think he's done. Who else did I see? Nick Amps. Congrats, guys. That's awesome. It took them 20 and 25 minutes each.
Good.
So there you go. You're in line. I was wondering, maybe I can bring up Bada Bing and play that track. I think we might really love to hear it. If you give me a few moments to bring it up.
Any Easter eggs of where these names are sourced from? As a Sopranos fan, I have to ask if Bada Bing has any reference to.
Bada Bing.
Yeah, it must have.
Of course he does. Eh?
Yeah.
Can't have
Yeah.
not seen that, can you? Eh?
Well done.
Wait, I'm a big Sopranos fan. Why am I not? It's not clicking.
Just gonna leave that with you for a while until you figure it out.
I gotta figure it out on my own. Oh, Lord. Fine. All right, let me bring that
Bada
up.
Bing was the strip club that Tony Soprano
Oh,
worked
yeah, of course it was. Yeah, no shit.
Bada bing, bada bang.
We've got Chandler Bing in the comments. Nice touch, guy.
Awesome. Very, very beautiful card. I'm excited for this one. Okay, well, I'll throw the music on kind of quiet in the background and we can keep chatting. It's going to start loud though. Just so everybody can get a little taste
one of the
there.
beautiful things that Lisa and I were talking about earlier was what's nice about Record Shop Music is that we don't get flagged on any platforms for playing it. So the Apple and Spotify police and mainly the major label police don't come after us. So that's always nice.
Yeah, and they also don't know what this is because it's unregistered on anything. It's kind of just just for these few people that have Bada Bing.
Yeah, that's great. I actually want to hear a little bit of this, Lisa. Can we turn it up just for a second?
Yeah. Oh, you can't hear it?
I can hear it, but I want to hear it. Hear it. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. So this track, you can only get it if you complete the Big Boss Challenge on Record Shop. It is a really good freaking track.
I might
sick.
also be the vocalist for Bada Bing.
But we
Sorry,
lost him.
couldn't hear
What do
you
you say?
there.
I also might be the vocalist that's screaming Bada Bing.
Nice.
That's
do you
great.
One-man
do you
band.
do a lot of vocals in your other work?
Well, I want to work with a lot of great vocalists, but sometimes with these kind of little clip things, I just start. Go. But I did like a few things which was just really random gibberish, and then got released into school other things just as vocals because they were, just did it for fun. But I'm definitely not a vocalist.
Fair enough. No, this one sounds really awesome though. Yeah, everybody's voting this one is dope.
Thanks, guys.
Turn it up again.
I feel like this is a clinic in dance music production on how to make a track interesting. You've always got something happening, like every few bars is something new. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it
really
needs to
good.
be. Well, I mean, it's the Mario and Boss, so it needs to be a bit nasty, a bit playful and nasty. But
Yeah,
thanks.
I think it's super cool that it stays interesting the whole time, but you've also got like synthetic sounds, you've got organic sounds in it, and they all play off each other really well. That's my producer brain talking,
Yeah.
but
Thanks, man.
yeah, nice work.
Nice.
So
So
we
can
got-
you talk to us about what's in that studio behind you? You look like you got some really interesting stuff going on there. I think Base's internet is
Oh, we lost
Oh.
him.
fully maxed out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get him back.
Paul, maybe you could talk to us about what either what some of Mason's tools of the trade are, or kind of what your go-to inspiration for animation and visuals.
For
is
Mason in the
really.
studio, I have no clue what his tools are in there.
Well, we'll talk
You-
about yours then.
You
Oh, he's
know,
back.
Here.
yeah.
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys want a studio tour?
Yeah, let's do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, this is Amsterdam. If you guys want to see Amsterdam.
Nice. Oh
over
hey.
Lovely.
Nice.
Well, there's a coffee machine. That's probably the biggest tool in the studio. Then we have a bunch of synths over here, and the roads. And on this side, I'm standing a bit in the way. Some more synths,
Wow.
some bits and bobs and EQs and compressors, but not.
So are you mostly producing with hardware, or do you use some? I mean, I'm sure you're going into a DAW like Logic or Ableton or Pro Tools, but
Yeah,
are you using a lot of soft synths as well?
yeah, both really. Kind of, I mix out of the box partially, so I mix with 32 channels in one of those Neve Summers. And it's because of sound, but also so I can kind of very easily route it to hardware compressors and EQs and those kind of things. So from Logic it goes 32 channels analog, then I can manipulate sounds, and then it goes back into Logic as one stereo file. That's what I then bounce off. So I'm kind of in between best of both worlds, I feel. So
Yeah, that's great.
And mix analog, but I can still record. Yeah, because I work so much and I do so many different projects for each other that I can very easily go back and forth from one project to the other without having to set up a whole big huge mixing desk for hours.
So anybody watching who has no idea what any of this means, who's just a collector, out of the box means hardware, like the keyboards you see in the background, tangible synths, things like that. But if you're producing in the box, it's anything happening within your computer. So synths that are on your computer, software, etc. So some guys are entirely in the box, some guys are entirely out of the box, and then like Mason, there are plenty that kind of take a little bit of both and put them together and then use the computer as like the hub to render their final recording.
Yeah, but it also goes without saying it's about the cooking of the kitchen. So you don't need any of it. I enjoy these tools, but I mean you can make an awesome record with just a laptop, and it's really kind of a nice luxury to have. And I mean I spend 40 hours a week here every week, so I kind of like to play with these things. But it's probably for a big part more for my personal enjoyment than that my fans would care, because at the end it's all about making a good song, and that has to come from your mind, right?
By the way, Hot Safari, I see your comment. I'm not saying just a collector. I mean, if you don't produce music, then some of this information might be helpful. And I feel like when you give a little context to the studio and you understand it a little bit more, you can appreciate the music even more as a fan. I mean, Lisa could probably speak to that better than I can.
Yeah.
I know, Hot Safari. I know you're trolling me, and it's all good. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm not a producer, so hearing there's some context clues that I was sort of on board with what you're saying, but it's really helpful to just have that clarity of okay, yeah, that's what that means. And Mason, I know you have some of your little critter friends in person with you. I don't know if you got anybody you can pull out.
Yeah. But this is really hurtful for Paul, really, because these are the broken.
Broken critter.
Come on, bring them out. Bring them out.
It's like Glitch, but in real life.
Ear broken off. And
They've had a good life.
I have 100 of these, and because we occasionally throw parties tomorrow again, so we made on boots 100 critters, and the good ones are all in storage somewhere, and the bad ones I left here in studio behind some sort of whatever thingy. So yeah. These are the broken critters, which are probably even more rare than the glitch ones.
I think they might be more rare.
Yeah, as the ultimate fan collectible reward, maybe somebody can win a broken critter.
I think that would get really interesting, and folks would really like that.
That's an early one, that one, eh?
Uh-huh. You've got actually a membership, an exclusive membership as part of the drop. I'm trying to remember how many were minted. It wasn't very many.
It was very low, I think. Yeah, super rare.
Yeah, I'll look up the number, but can you tell us what our players can expect from that membership card?
The first thing they can expect is the ones who actually get it, which will be very few people.
Rebecca just said that there's only 11 minted.
Oh, there you go, very few, 11.
Wow.
They get first entered into a draw to win a nice big print of a critter, so they can hang on their walls or give to a friend, whatever they might like to do with it. And that will be something in real life that you get from this digital platform.
That's awesome.
And later on, there'll be other bonus extras that we will be offering with the exclusive membership card. But they're all top secret and not out of the bag as yet. But the critter print, that'll be the first raffle prize.
Phileas in the comments wants to know, can they pick which critter, or will it be selected by you guys?
You can, if you win it, you can pick it.
Ooh.
It's an awesome prize.
Yeah, I agree. Old Daft Cunt, he's a good one.
That's awesome. So for those of us who will never get this card, probably, unless you're really lucky, luck is not usually on my side. This is what you can expect.
This is the only time you'll see it.
Law of averages, though.
Might be the only time.
The more packs you buy, the higher your chances.
It's true. It is true. Nick knows.
Is that really true, though? Is that really true?
Well, you guys minted 1,111 packs, so you're already in better shape than trying to play the lottery, because those are pretty good odds if you buy a handful of packs.
That's true.
That's true. I did see a question earlier from our friends over at Label Radar in the comments. They were just asking, what are your favorite and least favorite parts of running your own record label?
Well, the favorite part is that you can just sort of, sneeze and record it and release it tomorrow. You don't need, you can decide anything really creatively. And I think that's a great creative freedom, because, with record label, I had a bunch of hits over the years. So if I do something more weird, they obviously want me to make more sort of the commercial side of me, because then they can make more money out of me. So I don't only want to do that sort of thing. I kind of want to make uncompromised music. So for all the weird stuff that I like to be doing, I can then always do it in animal language. So for me, that gives it a lot of freedom. And also I can release it whenever I want. Sometimes with record labels, you need to wait whatever, half a year or something before they have a release slot, let's say. With animal language, I can release tomorrow. So that's one thing. And the other things are, I can obviously sign talent and release that we love. There are almost 100 releases, most are not by myself, but others. Yeah, downsides, I don't know. I mean, it's hassle. It's labor of love. It's not like, unless you kind of really kind of hire a whole bunch of crew and make really big things. Difficult to make it a lucrative thing, but I don't care about that. Fine. I'm only doing it for the love of music. It's stable, so there's no real plan other than that. And we like to throw some raves occasionally. That's nice to do on the language. We do it tomorrow on the streets. And we only do free parties.
Wow. Tomorrow in Amsterdam, we've got a bit of a rave. It's King's Day in Amsterdam, for anyone who doesn't know. The King's birthday, so everyone has a free day. The streets turn into one big market and sound system. And little kids are running around enjoying themselves. The old ladies are running around enjoying themselves. Everyone gets a bit carried away with dressing in orange and having a bit of a good time.
So when that happens, because I've almost been clipped by a bike like 45 times in Amsterdam. Do the bikes go away during the street party? Because that seems dangerous.
So it's fully packed. So it takes you sort of hours to move 1 meter. So you can't use a bicycle or a car or anything. That's the good thing. We just throw our party on the streets until the police stops us. We never had a permit, and we're doing it for 10 years now. And they usually come somewhere in the evening. At some point they'll say, knock it off. But it's been fun. It's 400 people that always come to our party on the streets, and it becomes a bit of a mess.
Yeah, it's a good day in Amsterdam.
Yeah, as it should. That's awesome. So if you guys are any collectors out there that are going to be in the area, hit that up. Are you gonna live stream anything from that, or I assumed you're gonna post on socials and stuff when it's going on? But
I'll post on socials. But also the internet can't handle the mess of King's Day. There's so many people on the street that always kind of 4G, and it's always kind of not good enough for live streaming. But do try to find me. I'm on my socials. It's all /music of Mason. You'll find well, you can contact me, but also I've posted the address where we're doing it in Amsterdam. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. So we're really preparing for that one.
Is this the first one since COVID? Or I assume it was shut down for 2 years. Is this going to be the first one back?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what you get for that is it's going to be a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun, yeah.
That's awesome.
So do you get 2 days off so there's a day to recover after?
Fair question.
I've tried to. Yeah, I've tried to keep my diary free on Thursday. All my kids are away. We can kind of party all night, and yeah, all good.
Nice. I know our community loves to hear too about where you get your inspiration from. I think both Mason and Paul, since you're like your visual art is just as important as the music in these cards and these collectibles. Love to hear from both of you. Where do you get your inspiration from? Who do you look to?
Paul, you want to start?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, with the critters, the inspiration. I don't know. It comes from in there, I guess. I mean, like you see with the characters, they've all got a little story, which is, I don't know, quite personal to me, I guess. Half the time, yeah, maybe no one gets the full story, but that's fine. I mean, we try and convey some of that in the little video clips with the audio. You see some of their characters shining through, and yeah, now we've got this nice space, the NFT platform. We can build further on that and go even deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing way more with these little fellas and other gangs that are going to come and rival these gangs. And we'll see what we can do in the future with even more challenges and mixes and some battles. Who knows what will go on.
Paul, are there any cartoons or animations growing up or currently that have lended to inspiration around this?
I think if I had to say anything, it must be early Ted Avery cartoons, and then after that, Ren and Stimpy.
Nice.
I mean, the gruesomeness of a Ren and Stimpy with the cuteness has always been something special.
Yeah, I never realized the impact that had on pop culture, like, because I watched it as a kid growing up and stuff, but I never realized how revolutionary that series was for storytelling and animation on TV. I mean, it was so left field for what was
way
going
out
on.
there, that stuff, yeah. I mean,
I'm surprised it got picked up, but amazing.
Yeah, and then there's also other things. You know, the Beavis and Butthead days were also very, very funny. I mean, yeah, that also showed you that animation can be ridiculously simple and not necessarily always well done or super crisp, but has a lot of value and has a lot of storytelling in it too.
Would you say the simpler animations and illustrations are difficult in their own way? I know with like Mason could probably speak to this. Sometimes making the simplest music for somebody who's trained in production and is really skilled can be really difficult because you're like, you can't wrap your head around like, well, if this is simple, it can still be compelling because all of us want to make complicated music and make it as interesting as possible. Would you say it is challenging to keep it simple?
In the animation style, definitely, you know. I mean, a simple thing like watching the eyes wiggle or a little foot tap, yeah, it's either right or it's just wrong. That's it, you know. And it takes time and it is difficult and sometimes it is a bit off. And yeah,
I think it's also nice, you know,
best, right?
If you watch cartoon now on Netflix, they're all so 3D and so, you know, and so animated. It's kind of nice. I think that we are having old school 2D artwork, you know, sticking to 2D religiously. Let's not forget all the critters, all the animal language artwork critters are all kind of cross-eyed, and that's obviously because I'm very cross-eyed. You know, if you're asking where's the inspiration coming from, there you go.
Yeah, there's always little tweaks to real life coming out of these fellas.
I love that. Urban Owl asked, I've got to say these stories reminds me of Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Would you say that there was some sort of connection in the design process?
have to Google that one.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
I don't know that one. No.
That sounds familiar, though. I can see what you're saying.
I need to look too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little more on the like cutesy
Let's have a look.
cutesy cartoon, but yeah, they're not there. I could see.
I can see that.
I can also see. You guys remember "Wrong Way to Die"? The Australian one.
Yeah, that was a good one actually. I have to say.
Yeah,
gotta see.
I know that one.
Dumb Ways to Die, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah.
Dumb Ways to Die. That's a funny.
Feels
Yeah,
related.
That was genius too. That one.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, the blood squirting out of some of those fellas and the electric shocks and setting themselves on fire. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hey Phileas, I see your question here. Cereals on the mixing challenge for the families are randomized, so no, the cereals do not matter. They will be randomized.
Nice.
Sweet. All right, folks. Well, I've got the wheel of names ready to go. I'm just going to close off the sheet so no one else is entering their name in while I've already put everybody's name in. Perfect. All right, let's do giveaways.
Let's go.
So let's give away. How nice am I feeling today?
wow.
I'm feeling pretty nice. Let's give away 5 packs. We've got everybody who's listening here today. I'm going to drop you the packs right after this conversation. So I will, let's spin. Let's get the first one going. Click to spin. Drum roll for a pack.
Oh yeah, I gotta add the drum roll. I forgot the drum roll.
Ooh, drum roll would be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that.
Was that you?
That was not me.
Ah, that's a weird sound that this is making. Cool. Congrats, Mushak. You're getting a pack.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was Mason.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that I can mute this thing, but your music is probably way more fun than mine. Let me mute mine. Okay. Ready?
Okay, there we go.
Next one. Ooh. Jamie T.
Jamie T. With his roads and my audience applause combined, we have a winning collab.
Here's to you, Jamie T.
Cheers,
Goes again.
congrats. Next one. Yo, DC Sneeze.
Nice one.
I am loving these sound effects today.
It makes it a little more interesting than silence.
Love it. Congrats, DC Sneeze. Next up.
We're going again.
Yeah, we're doing 2 more.
Greyhound. Nice one. Mason getting in his practice for the day right now.
I know, he's even getting in some winners music too. Love it.
How many packs do you have to give away?
One more.
All right.
One more.
Last
one more.
one. Last one.
Let's
This is too much fun. Do some more.
Laura.
Nice one, Laura. All right, we did
Oh
it.
man, that was awesome. That was so
Congratulations.
Phileas says someone hire him. I'm talking about you, Mason. Love it, guys. That was so much fun today. I'm gonna go see who else is playing on Twitch right now, so we can go raid. Before we sign off, I just want to see if there's any other questions in the comments from our fans. Anything else you want to ask before we let Mason and Paul leave for the day?
Did anyone get an exclusive membership ticket yet.
Yeah, we want to know. Did anyone get an exclusive membership?
I didn't see
check-
one pop up on the Discord yet, so if they got it, they're keeping quiet.
Tell us. We want to know.
By the way, guys, we're doing a Twitter Spaces tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. If either one of you guys wants to jump in, feel free.
Sweet. Yeah.
We'll be talking. It'll be broad conversation, not just record shop talk. We'll be talking about everything in the NFT and music NFT space. So feel free to jump in.
Nice. And I'm going to host a Record Shop 101 tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. my time. So I'm hoping we see some new faces. I think there's a couple new names I saw in the chat here today. Okay.
Did you find somebody to raid into?
I think so, unless you have a recommendation.
No, go for it.
All right. We are going to raid Alike. CJ. All right. That is kicking off. Mason, Paul, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. Congratulations on the drop. I'm really excited to see the families get mixed and created and everything coming up for the herd. Part 2.
Yeah, go check it out if you haven't yet.
Nice.
Thanks for watching, guys. Jump to Record Shop. Mason presents The Herd Part 2. It's live right now. You did it.
And we have a golden ticket. I've seen one on Discord.
Hey,
Sweet.
someone's got the membership. Sweet. Let's go
Nice.
celebrate in Discord. All right,
Awesome.
guys. Enjoy
All
Alike.
right, guys. You.
See ya. Thanks.
Ciao.